Hey guys, in today's video, I'm going to show you my portable guitar rig and how I fit all of my gear in a 12-inch case. 12-inch by 9.5-inch case. So this includes everything that I need for a travel gig or just a compact gig. This includes my amps and effects from the HX Stomp, power to the HX Stomp, an external foot switch to get even more controls out of it, my in-ear monitors, a wireless system, and my earbuds, which are hiding underneath. So I just wanted to go over this with you if you guys are interested in having an all-inclusive system in a very compact situation. Like I said, I use this for travel. Obviously, I haven't been traveling very much because 2020, but the day that I'm uploading this video, I'm actually very fortunate to be traveling to Nashville for a gig. So I'm actually going to be traveling with this exact setup. And now that I've said that, something will happen because it is 2020. But I'm very fortunate to have been playing in Cancun for about 2 weeks, and this is exactly what I brought. So I figured I'd show it to you guys. Before we get started, I post stuff about music tech stuff all the time, gear, programming, MIDI, wireless, software, hardware, all sorts of stuff like that. So if you're interested in seeing more videos like this in the future, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Okay, let's get started. So this is the case. You can find it on Amazon. It's pictured right here, and I'll post links for where you can purchase this down below. The thing that I like about this one is I can fit this in my backpack, or, it just has a handle and I can carry it, load in with my guitar and just this, and that is it. But for traveling is mostly what I use this for, and it fits perfectly in a backpack. So when you fly, you can have your guitar as your carry-on, and then this lives in my backpack, which lives under the seat in front of you. So this is my, personal item in my backpack. So I'm going to go over the components of this and give you some alternates, because sometimes I fly with a slightly different configuration, but this is the main one. So like I said, when you order this case, it's filled with foam. Dog hair is not included. That's just me. So you can take it apart and make it fit with whatever you need. So I could take this foam out and have a little bit more room. I just like having a little bit of protection on my HX Stomp, and I can't really fit anything in here anyways. Although it does fit pretty snug, so maybe someday I will actually take this out. But first up is the HX Stomp, which is one of the most portable, all-inclusive guitar setups I've ever used. So if you watched my video on my portable iPhone rig, I went over how you can use a blue board or this positive grid one, and then your iPhone and an interface like this one right here. I mean, that already almost takes it up, and then this is just even bigger than I can fit in here. It's still generally portable, but it's not as compact as the HX Stomp. And I think the HX Stomp is more reliable because it's just one unit, which is fantastic. So the power supply for the HX Stomp, it was actually originally bigger than this. This is a smaller one because I did have to order it because the original one stopped working after a while. Who knows? It's electronics. So it still fits in here pretty snug, and it's not too bad. However, this is what I travel with for the power for the HX Stomp. I did a whole nother video on this, and I'll link to it at the end and post links in the description down below. But this is the Ripcord by Myvolts, and it converts USB into DC power. So actually, I plug into this one. This is the only thing you have to keep in mind, is that you have to get the right amount of amps from one of these wall warts in order to get it to work. But you plug in here and then plug this, and you do have to get the little tip adapter because the normal tip with this one does not fit the HX Stomp. Again, I have a whole nother video on this if you're interested in checking it out. It's a really cool product. But this can be broken down and fits a lot easier in this case than the main power unit. So most gigs, 3 buttons is usually okay. However, I use the TT2 by Mission Engineering to get just 2 extra buttons out of my HX Stomp, which is fantastic because bringing my entire Helix is definitely a lot bigger, and I would have to check that, and that makes me super nervous. And there's also another one on Amazon. I'll post a link for it as well. That's about half the price as this one. It does seem to work really well. I like this one. This one's really firm and works really well. And all you need is a TRS cable in order to make it work. So that's just a way to get all that I need. So I have 5 buttons on my HX Stomp. If I do need more than just my clean, overdrive, distortion, boost, and tap tempo / tuner, I can just program a different preset. So it actually works really well. I do have a little piece of foam that just lives here just to offer a little bit protection against the HX Stomp. Okay, so next up I have my in-ear monitor system. So I use the Sennheiser EW300s, and it's a great system. The thing is, it has to live in a rack, and that's, harder to bring, obviously, because it's a lot bigger. So I actually did some research, and again, I made another video on this. So you've probably seen them like on the news and stuff like that, or for interviews or whatever. So it goes in like this, and then they can interview people without having a long cable sticking out of it. So I actually emailed Sennheiser and asked them, I was like, hey, can I program this to be on the same frequency as this and get an in-ear monitor mix that way? And they said yes, and they said you have to turn off a few settings and set them manually because there's no way to sync them like inside the unit. You just have to set them manually, and yeah, that'll work. And actually, I did a whole nother video on this if you want to know how to actually have this set up. But this is my in-ear monitor rig, which, you know, it fits in my hand, which is really crazy. So as far as earbuds, I have just this little pouch. I mean, you can use whatever you want for it. And I've done this in my other videos. These CCA in-ears, of course, they're all tangled up, which is so annoying. But these are actually really nice. These have 2 drivers for 20 bucks, or I recently just got this model, which has 5 or 6 drivers for like 50 bucks. These things are really impressive. These I actually brought with me on that Cancun gig recently, and they sound fantastic. I'm really impressed with these. So for 50 bucks to have 5 or 6 drivers and the over-the-ear monitors, I mean, these look pro too, and they sound great. I'm really impressed with them. So you can actually just you can just throw it in here as well, because this gets pretty packed actually, and it doesn't move around much. But I do just like to have it in a pouch just to be safe. So that lives right there. And then for wireless, this is one of my favorite wireless that I've found. I did a whole nother video on this, but you know, you've probably seen a lot of these plug and play wireless systems. This one is one of the best. If you want to watch the entire video, I'll link to it down below and at the end. But this one transmits on a better frequency. The other ones transmit on 2.4. This one transmits on 5.8. Again, watch the video if you want a detailed breakdown, but the 5.8 is much more reliable. So these ones actually work fantastic. And again, they're so easy to fit in here. And then the ripcord cable fits right up here. Pack it up, put it in my backpack, and it's ready to go. That's it. Really fantastic. Okay, so that's the main way that I use it. However, I'm going to show you one way that I can expand on this just a little bit, and one alteration that I do for really important gigs. So I'm going to show you those really quick here now. So one of my favorite guitar cases is the mono case. This one is great because it's not a hard case and it's not a completely soft case. It's kind of in the middle, and you can carry it on your back. I also like that it has this pouch right here so you can put other gear in here. So I'm traveling with a wireless, but I have a cable just in case for some reason that doesn't work. I can throw batteries in here, strings, all that type of stuff. It even has a slot up in here that I can put, you know, different batteries, capos, other wireless as well. Sometimes I'll take the wireless out and put it in there. So I get a little bit extra storage with that as well. So I highly recommend the mono case. Again, this is all just about kind of being able to travel with everything that you need in like one trip as a guitar player or bass player. Highly recommended. Okay, a secondary option I have for the replacing the wireless is I have these. Now I did a whole nother video on these as well. It seems like this whole video is just me promoting my other videos, but this is my mission critical, nothing can go wrong wireless. This is by Sennheiser. It's definitely way more expensive than those plug and play ones, but it is a fantastic system. It's never let me down. You can scan, you can see the environment when you turn on your wireless. It's just such a fantastic system. So I can put that in here, and now it doesn't look very pretty, but I'm not trying to get the screenshot for the thumbnails anymore, so it doesn't really matter. But this is how it looks when I'm doing a super mission critical gig. So I'm going to take the cables out just so you can see what it is. So I still have the Myvolts for a power, but I still bring this one as just a main power source just in case something goes wrong. If I can't turn this on, that's pretty awful. Luckily, that has not happened to me. I shouldn't say that now because now that I've done that, it'll jinx it. But now I have 2 power supplies for this just to make sure nothing goes wrong with that. I have my in-ear monitors, my transmitter, then I have my mission critical wireless guitar system. In 2019, when things were good, I did one of the coolest gigs I've ever done in my life. Is I was able to go to the Middle East and play for the troops. It was one of the coolest experiences of my life. And when I was putting this together, I was like, I have to bring, you know, the gear that is for sure going to work. I didn't want to get there and have the wireless not work. I like to move around the stage. I can do a cable, obviously, but I prefer to not be tethered to my stuff. So I packed up this. This is my mission critical setup. So I hope that helped you guys out. Links are down below for where to purchase any of this stuff. They are Amazon affiliate links, so that does help out my channel. If you do decide to purchase anything based on my recommendations, or any other YouTuber, if they help convince you of some cool gear that you could use, using their Amazon affiliate links does help their channel. It doesn't cost anything to you. Also have links down below so you can watch more of my videos on these specific ones. So if you want a refresher, the Myvolts Ripcord is what powers your HX Stomp and other devices with USB, which was really cool. The portable wireless, the Ammoon system, is one of my favorite ones. It only costs like $65. Really fantastic wireless system. I do have the video on how to on a portable in-ear monitor system using that Sennheiser like XLR wireless thing. So I have a whole nother video on how to set that up. And also on the Sennheiser wireless, that's my favorite portable wireless. That's for mission critical situations where I really do not want anything to go wrong. So I hope this helped you guys out. Again, all that information is down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I do a bunch of music tech videos all the time on this channel. So even if you don't subscribe, even if you don't care to see more videos like that, if this video has helped you out, just hitting a like button does help push it to other people. So I would really appreciate that. If you guys have any other compact and portable systems that you're using, I'd love to see what you're doing. Leave a comment down below, and I definitely want to check out what travel and compact rigs you guys are using. So again, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.